Sibuk.
Guys, do you guys know about the guy named Luqman Al-Hakim? Luqman Al-Hakim.
Luqman.
Luqman Al-Hakim, that people claim he's one of the prophet and one of the scholars. Do you guys know about him?
Oh yeah. Because I guess that I've read about him yesterday in this book authored by, I guess that the author name is Abdul Fattah Isa Al-Balbari. He's actually one of the most prominent scholars in Egypt, and he has actually authored a book called Asrarul Bayan, which is a tafsir of the Quran, and he has interpreted this surah on Luqman. So with what I've read in that book,
what makes people claim him as a prophet or a scholar?
To begin with, Luqman is claimed by some narration he was actually a prophet, or maybe and some other popular narrations stated that he was actually a pious man. So we shall go with the popular narrations that stated that he was the pious man, and he was actually popular or known with his words of wisdom, and this is actually a very example that we should emulate from his words and so on lah. So this Luqman is actually a black man. He lived in Sudan, and he's an African.
So what do you think about? Okay, let we stop somewhere and we talk about this. Okay.
I don't mind.
All right.
Assalamu alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, yeah.
Okay, Rush, we continue about what we talk about just now? Yeah, about Donald Trump, right? About Donald Trump. You said that one of his famous advice is about the racism. So what do you guys think about what can we relate with Luqman Al-Hakim with the racism happened in America, which is Trump dislike the black people there, and they couldn't have the privilege as much as the white people get.
Yeah, I really like the fact that you actually brought up this contemporary issue on Donald Trump. In one of his manifesto, he has actually planned, or he has actually manifested that he would prioritize the whites over the blacks, and this is actually not a good move as a global leader. In my opinion, that as a global leader, you should actually equip yourself with good moral values so that people will follow you and so on. But then he doesn't do that lah. Okay, so back to the topic on Luqman. Luqman was actually a black man, as claimed by some narrations, as what I've shared in the book Fi Asrarul Bayan from Dr. Abdul Fattah Isa Al-Balbari. In that book, he stated that Luqman was actually from Sudan. He was an African. So, and that particular surah was actually named after him. And this really shows that Islam doesn't really emphasize on colour, or Islam doesn't really emphasize on your race. And this really shows that Islam is full of diversity. And with regards to Luqman wisdom, what enticed me is that this Luqman, his words are very eloquent. For example, when he advised his child on the first example, if I remember that, Ya Bunayya la tushrik billah. So let us pay attention with this Ya Bunayya. He was actually using Ya Bunayya with the O, which means that oh my son, or it's actually Ya Bunayya, which is full of love and eloquent towards his son. And he was actually showing his son love and affection before advising him. And the first advice that he gave his son is that oh my son, do not ascribe partners to Allah. And this was the first advice that he really emphasized on. Yeah lah, so it's like that lah.
Oh.
Wait. I have something to add.
Oh.
Right. So based on what RUSYAIDI mentioned just now about the advice of Luqman on his son, after the advice of not to ascribe partner with Allah, he's actually, after it comes to the parents, the obedience to parents, because Luqman strictly emphasized on his son to be obedient to the parents, because the parents are the one who raised us from small to we grow. Then Luqman also emphasized that the obedience towards the parent is very important for us, especially for the Muslim, because Allah placed the parent at the highest level, because with the bless of parent is actually the bless from Allah. And based on the hadith, the bless of parent is actually blessed from Allah, and the wrath of the parent is actually the wrath of Allah. And Luqman also said and advised to his son not to burden the parents, because they are the one who give us everything, give our basic needs and all. And then so yeah, that's why this kind of advice is really emphasized on his son, because the level of the parent is the highest one. Okay, so based on the book authored or written by Fatullah Al-Hafnawi, it is mentioned that, or it is questioned that, how to handle if the parents itself is opposite religion with us. They are non-Muslim. It is actually that Islam promotes us to be kind to those who are non-Muslim. So when it comes to the opposite religion of the parent, no matter what happens, we have to be kind to them, because they are still our parents. So as long as it not go against the Islamic teaching, we are encouraged to follow what they order us to do. Yeah.
Alright.
You got it?
Okay. Okay, Hizamy, I think you want to add something.
Yeah, of course. I think, you know what, guys, the first thing we should always take important to what Luqman Al-Hakim advised to his son is, you should always get your relationship with Allah closer and more closer. You know what, the first thing is how Luqman Al-Hakim advised his son to get to Allah closer. He remind his son that Allah is Al-Basir. Allah is always watching you. Allah is all seeing. So wherever you go, like where you go, when you go to the classroom, when you go home, when in train, even in bathroom. So like that's it. So next is Luqman Al-Hakim advised his son that you should always perform your solat. That's the good thing is, the tradition is until now in our Malay culture, right? Our parents always remind us to do solat every time. Even when you go to play football, before you go to play football, pray asar first. Before you go to school, pray subuh. That's how it works. So next is Luqman Al-Hakim remind his son to always do good and be kindness to other people. This keep the structure of society keeps going, because society is like an human organ body, right? So we should always contribute to each other. So how can we contribute to each other if we keep fighting and do chaos all the time, right?
Okay. What a good advice from Luqman Al-Hakim. I think Saleh is coming, because he went to the toilet. I think he have his own point or idea about Luqman Al-Hakim, because he read many books about Islamic, right? Because he's Islam.
Yeah, we all know about that.
Yeah. Let's wait for Saleh.
Okay.
Hey guys, sorry for waiting. So where are we now? We talk about Luqman Al-Hakim, right?
Yeah.
So basically, I think there's another point of the essentials of Luqman Al-Hakim advice, which is about the personality of a man. I mean, in the surah of Luqman, it stated that don't be arrogant, and also when you walk moderately. Don't be too fast or don't be too slow. From this, I think it signifies the symbols of your own personality, meaning to say that when you dealing with people, or when you go through your life, in your daily life, don't be arrogant and just be moderate in everything that you do. As in Al-Ghazali's Al-Ghazali's article on min wasat, the explanation about the wasatiyah, the moderation of everything that you do. Okay guys, so just be humble in everything that you do. Okay?
Okay. Oh, guys, thanks for the information that I asked for. So I think it is time for us to go continue our journey to Singapore.
Let's go, man.
Let's go.
Let's go home, man.
We are late.
Sedih nak balik.
Okay guys, from what we discussed, our short discussion is now at the RNR at Tapa just now. Can we conclude that what has been advised by the Luqman Al-Hakim is very holistic for the people now. Even though his advice is long time ago,
It's still relevant, right?
it's still relevant. Yeah, for people now. Yes.
Because there's a lot of issues now.
Yeah. I think if you guys want to continue sleeping, okay, because it's another 3 hours to reach Singapore.
Yeah.
Singapore.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my god, let's go. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, my name is Muhammad RUSYAIDI bin Muhammad Aziz and my metric number is 1530251. And
Assalamualaikum madam. My name is Nick Muhammad HAKIMI bin RIZALMAN. My metric number is 1611923.
Oh yeah, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Salahuddin bin Matno and my metric number is 1519261.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad NAZRIN bin MOSTAFA and my metric number is 1526023.
Okay, Raider, wait for me Okay, Raider. Muhammad HIZAMY bin HELMY. 1527289.